puppy care video. So let me give y'all some gems, some jewels, some knowledge. And as I always say in all of my videos, don't do as I do. Don't do as I say not to do. What that means basically is I am not a veterinarian, nor do I play one on TV. I'm just telling you what we do over here at Co-op Kennels. You choose to do what you want to do. And all you guys that want to make comments about, everybody that wants to make comments, keep your comments to yourself. I don't care about your comments if they're not good comments. If you have some advice, you can put it in there, but I'm not going to probably follow your advice. Everyone thinks they're a vet or they think they play one on TV. I'm a real live dog man. I'm not, I'm a dog guy. So I live with dogs. You know what I mean? I breed, I sleep with dogs. I know everything about dogs that you could possibly think of. It's like, no, I'm just joking. But let me give y'all some quick gems. So first, these puppies are 4 weeks old. So we're giving them something called diatomaceous earth. The diatomaceous earth helps in the aid of deworming. It makes the worm's life miserable. As you know, puppies are riddled with worms. So this is a technique that was given by a lot of other breeders to about this substance right here, diatomaceous earth. This one is a red clay with calcium bentonite or whatever. So I guess it adds a little calcium to the mix. And I guess if you think about it, calcium is kind of crystally. So the calcium can also cause a really rough time for worms. Worms are a very big problem when it comes to puppies because they bring down the health of the dog. They bring down the nutrients that go to the dog's stomachs, and they cause a lot of, they bring down the immune system of the dogs. And it's really hard to get rid of worms. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I think maybe if you increase the doses of dewormer, you can kind of combat the worms. One thing I would say is the vet won't see your puppy till about 8 weeks. So you got to think, if you don't treat for worms, that's 8 weeks of worms. So with this diatomaceous earth, I would say you give it to the puppies once or twice a week. That's just my personal opinion. What we've been doing is we've been giving it to them every day so far, but they haven't decided to really start eating yet. So they don't really eat like that. They really just want to suck off their mama. Next, another care thing we have done is at this age, we've given the puppies shots. These are just an example of the shots, the needles that they came in. We gave them certain shots that you can get at Tractor Supply. Parvo is a disease that affects puppies because the puppies' immune systems have absolutely no kind of defense towards it unless they really had a mom that really had some kind of immune system to give them some protection against it. So what happens with Parvo is the puppies catch it, and in 3 days or 48 hours flat, the dog just dies because they just have no immunity to it, no way of combating it or fighting it. But if you give the dog shots early, don't do as I do, don't do as I say not to do. We give our puppies shots early. Normally we try to start at 2 weeks. These puppies have gotten their first shots at basically 4 weeks. So we inoculated them with this Parvo treatment. And next what we're going to do is, I'm going to wait probably in a day or two. I'm going to give them this. This here is a antibiotic. Antibiotics help go on the puppy and fight infections and bacteria. The reason for this is puppies have no immune systems, basically. So anything that's inside of them, bothering them or causing them any illnesses, they can't really fight it. I was instructed to do this by a certain breeder, and another breeder that I know was doing this. What I can say is the breeder that I got the dog Krypton from, which was a what is it called, outcrossing between Bishop and another dog. They were using this, and what I noticed with Krypton is, as a puppy, Krypton never showed me any signs of having worms, and we got Krypton about 9 weeks, and I don't think she had any of these types of dewormers, just this, as I'm assuming. We've been using this, and we've still been dealing with a lot of worms with the puppies. So next, what we're going to do is probably give it just a little bit of this. My wife says no, but we'll probably give a little bit of this in between these shots. The theory being this: after I give the dog this Parvo shot, a little bit of this antibiotics, just a small tiny bit, is going to get the puppy's immune system riled up and ready to produce a lot of antibodies for Parvo. That's my personal opinion. Next, we have the dewormer. This is Happy Jack Vet 2x dewormer for puppies. My wife is adamant, give it to them. This is for puppies. So we're going to start implementing this soon. We used it last time, and we still had a hell of a ride with the puppies. So when it comes to deworming the puppies, it says it's a whole little thing. It tells you give at 3 weeks, then skip a week, then give at 4 weeks, then all that stuff doesn't work. The puppy still had worms last time. So what we're going to do is, once the puppies start getting some size on them, we're going to give them this every 4 days. Give them this. I haven't seen any worms yet. And this is what I have been giving them. This is fenbenzol dewormer. This is equine. This is for horses. But it's the same chemical, as you can see. This is fenbenzolol. And this is what? Pyrenthal, I believe? Let me see. What's the active again? It's pyrenthal. So you got pyrenthal and you got fenbenzolol. It's good to have both types of dewormers so that any worms that have any resistance to any one of these different chemicals can fight them. It absolutely didn't really help us last time. I don't know why. And my only guess is we have to up the dosage and up the days. So instead of following the recommendations on the bag, on the instructions, we gotta up the days every 4 days. We actually had some puppies get sick last time, so we went to the vet. They charged us $2,000, and in that process, we learned that worms produce eggs every 4 days, and this and that. So every 4 days, if you wait a week to give this, that means that you got a 3 or 4 day window where these worms just lay the thousands of eggs. So we're gonna deworm every 4 days. We're gonna start. We haven't really been going high dosage, and we really haven't been going twice a week yet. But we're gonna increase our dosage with this. Next, we have an oral antibiotic. Now, this right here, we're gonna implement this as well. My wife is adamant that we should implement the antibiotics. The reason being is, my personal opinion is this. These antibodies are going to raise the dog's immune system up and get it alert. And most of these antibiotics, it's going to raise the white blood cell count or whatever, so that if Parvo affects any of these dogs, I feel like it'll boost the immunity with this. So we haven't done it yet. And we're also going to be giving the Parvo shots. I want to do once a week or every 2 weeks. So we're going to see if I up it up. So every time I go to buy dog food, they're going to get shots. Right now, they just had one. I think I want to give them another one next week. And then after that, we'll start implementing these antibiotics. This is just something that we do to try to combat different diseases and different bacteria and things that can affect these dogs. Don't do as we do. Don't do as I say not to do. That means don't do what I'm telling you to do, what I said I do. And don't do what I just said don't do. You know what I mean? But if you do it, just, know that you did it on your own free will. And what I would say is, this is Money Bags, big female, great starter for any kennel. And this is Big Mama, Pocahontas, Blue Tri-Merle. She is taken. She's already had a deposit put down on her. What I will say is, when you put down a deposit on the dog here, that means you have a date set to pick up your dog. Please come and get your dog, or we will deliver your dog to you on that day. The reason being is I have video shoots lined up. I have a lot of stuff lined up that I'm going to be doing. So I don't have time to play with you guys that don't have your money right. Get your money right. Be on time. Because what I'm going to do is, if you don't get your dog on the day you say you're going to get your dog, if someone comes with the money, I'm going to sell the dog. And the reason for that is I can't hold the dog for you and then you're not on time. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm very busy. I'm not just sitting around in my house all day waiting for y'all to come get a dog. And if you call me and ask about a dog and don't put a deposit down, don't be surprised if someone else calls and puts a deposit down on the dog. And then you say, man, I got the money right now. I'm not going to care. I got to kind of honor my word. So I had that happen before. Man, I got the money right now. I'm ready to buy it today. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Once someone puts that deposit down, it puts me in a bad situation where I have to now wait on that person. So it is what it is. Thanks, guys.